Hey everyone! Today we're supposed to discuss improper integrals, especially how to evaluate them and determine if they're convergent or divergent. Who wants to start?
I can. So the first example was integral of 1 to infinity 1 over x dx. We replace infinity with a variable t, turn into a limit, and evaluate it. The antiderivative of 1 over x is ln x, but ln infinity is infinity, so they diverge.
Right. And the key takeaways was that if the limit gives a finite number, it converges. If it's infinity, it diverges. But what about the second example, the integral of 1 to infinity 1 over x squared dx?
That one converges. The antiderivative is negative 1 over x, and when you evaluate from 1 to infinity, the limit as infinity of negative 1 over t is 0. So 0 minus the quantity of negative 1 over 1 is equal to 1. Finite number n is convergent.
And the lecture mentioned the p-series rule for the integral of 1 to infinity 1 over xp dx. If p is less than 1, it converges. If p is equal more than or equal to 1, it diverges. For example, p is equal to 2 is converge just like the rule predicts.
So what about the trickier one? The integral of 1 to infinity and 1 over the quantity of 3x plus 1 squared dx. Glance, it looks like the p series, but it's not directly 1 over x squared.
True, but the substitution u is equal to 3x plus 1 simplifies to 1 over 3 integral of 1 over u squared du. The exponent t is still 2 less than 1, so it should be converge.
And it does. After substitution and evaluation, the limit gave 1 over 12, a finite number. The p-series rule still applies here, just with a coefficient.
But what if the exponent was less than 1? Like the integral of 1 over the square root of 3x plus 1 dx.
Then it diverges. The antiderivatives would involve into a fractional exponent, and the limit would likely go up to infinity. The p-series rule is a lifesaver for quick checks.
So one thing I struggled with was forgetting the negative sign in the antiderivative of 1 over x squared. It's easy to mess up.
Same, in the substitution example, I almost forgot to divide 3 when replacing dx with du.
Also, don't forget to properly evaluate limits. For example, 1 over quantity of 90 plus 3 and 0 as t is n to infinity, but you have to confirm it rigorously.
Exactly. Multiply numerators and denominators by 1 over t. It's a neat trick to show the limit goes to 0.
To summarize, first, rewrite infinity as a limit. Second is find the antiderivatives carefully. Third is evaluate limits and check finiteness. Then fourth, use the p-series rule for quick predictions.
This was very helpful. Improper integrals seem less intimidating now. Let's practice more with different exponents and substitution next time.
Agree. Maybe integral of 0 to infinity e to the power of negative x dx too. I heard it is a classical converge example.